Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Psychic Samira, and in today's reading, we're gonna look at how are they feeling about you. So if you felt guided to click on this video, there must be a message here for you. Let us see, how are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about? We have Six of Wands reversed. Two of Cups reversed. So it didn't work out between you two, probably due to their ego. And they're trying to make it look like they don't care. They're trying to make it look like they're not trying to change it, they're not trying to fix it, but deep down they're so disappointed. Deep down they know they missed out on something very important and amazing and beautiful and meaningful. They're trying to make it look like they don't care though. Their ego is not allowing them to admit to the fact that they missed out, that they fumbled. They might be a Leo, they might have this ego, and we all do, but some people have it more than others. For some, it's easy to express how they truly feel and express their love. And for others, for some reason, that threatens their ego. And deep down, they feel that love. Deep down, they are hurt, but their ego is way too proud, way too big to admit to that. And they might be really good at hiding how they truly feel. You might have no clue, like you might have no idea that this is how they feel. We have the Tower. Deep down, they're experiencing this Tower moment inside, in their heart. They're not letting it show. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is their lesson. This is their lesson. This is the lesson that they were meant to learn. Fumbling you is the lesson that they were meant to learn. They could have had this beautiful and amazing future with you, a family potentially, but they chose to do whatever they did. And now they're facing this point of, having to make a decision. And I feel like this has a lot to do with astrology and kind of, they are being pushed to admit to how they feel and to potentially make a decision, maybe to reach out, maybe to have a conversation, maybe to apologize, or whatever it might be for them. Queen of Cups, Four of Swords. I feel like they think you're doing very well without them, and they're taking their time to decide what it is they need to say. How they need to approach you. They might be distracting, they might try to distract themselves with other people, but it didn't go well. It didn't work out. Maybe they were rejected, or for some reason it didn't go well. And now they are thinking about you, thinking about what you had. Maybe for a while they tried to convince themselves that they can find somebody else and replace you. But they found out that that is not the case, that you cannot be replaced, that you are one of a kind. And, a little foolish of them to not recognize it right away, but this is where we are. They feel like they cannot create that dream that they have in their mind and their heart without you, that you were their ticket to marriage potentially. Maybe they wanted to marry you, or maybe you had a marriage together, and right now they're feeling like they had to make it work. They didn't do enough. They didn't do what had to be done to make it work. They didn't tell you what had to be said. They didn't take those steps that they needed to make it work. And they just chose to run away. They chose to run away from the situation, which is very unfortunate. They chose to run away from the lesson, from the task to step up, to show up. They chose to ignore it, and now they're paying the price for it. They thought money would do it for them. They thought being single would do it for them, having the freedom, but it didn't. It didn't. It's not the same as having that loving family, as having that true connection. It's not the same. And they're still not fully able to admit to these things. They're still protecting themselves from the pain of admitting to these things. But it's gonna happen eventually. Deep down, they know. Deep down, they know. They feel lost without you. They feel like you were making their life. You were filling their life with love, with laughter, with care, and now it just feels so empty. Now they feel like they are lost. They feel lost without you. They see you as somebody very wise, and I feel like they are expecting that you will say no. If they were to approach you and offer you a cup of love, you would say no for whatever the reason might be. Maybe they have betrayed your trust, maybe they have mistreated you, maybe you are in a relationship with somebody else, but they have that awareness and feeling that if they were to approach you, you would say no. And I feel like that's the one of the reasons why they're not approaching you, because they know you will hold them accountable. You will not let them avoid taking responsibility and accountability, and they are afraid of that. They are afraid of that. They live in the shadow. They are a trickster in a way. They avoid, they don't like taking responsibility, being direct, being honest, and this is just how they are. And they are afraid of that. They are afraid of that. They do not want to engage in any kind of fighting or conflict as well. So that might be another reason they do not want to argue. They don't like to argue. They are avoiding that at all costs. They like to stay in the shadow, in the uncertainty, not taking responsibility. And this situation that happened between you two, it happened for this reason, because they must learn how to take responsibility. They must learn how to take accountability. Otherwise, they will not feel happy. They will not feel fulfilled. They will not feel satisfied. But for right now, they're failing to learn this lesson. Right now, they're still avoiding this lesson. They are progressing though, so little by little, they are admitting to how they feel. They are admitting to the fact that they fumbled you, that they missed out in a big way. But this process is not done yet. They're still in denial. They are still in denial, but little by little, the truth will start to come up to the surface, and it's not going to happen fast though. Their protection, their self protection of denial and ignoring truth is really strong. I feel like they spend their whole life living like this, denying their true feelings. They do not know how to manage true and deep and difficult emotions, and they just suppress them. It just feels easier, and it's not gonna work for much too long. It's not gonna work. Life will be pushing them to start feeling, start telling the truth. It's difficult, but this is what must be done. So it's gonna take time, it's gonna take strength. They are being guided to develop strength. They are being guided to dismantle that ego that is a blockage to truth and love. And they are in this process of alchemizing themselves into a new form, into a new being. It takes time, and it is difficult, and it is uncomfortable, and I feel like they do not like things that are uncomfortable. They try to avoid discomfort. They try to stay in the good feeling states, and that is the reason why they avoid responsibility. It doesn't feel good. This is the reason why they avoid accountability. It doesn't feel good. And a whole lot of other things that don't feel good. But there's no way you can truly grow and progress if you avoid discomfort. Discomfort is part of the growth, of the learning, of gaining experience, and of truth. Life is gonna push them though. You can be certain of that. Life is gonna create challenges for them to push them to go through these things and transform. They will not be able to avoid it. They might try to avoid it, but it's just gonna come back. They might try to run away into the dreamscape and fantasies and fast pleasures or whatever, but life is gonna bring them back into the classroom again and again and again until the lesson is learned. You can be certain of that, and it's gonna happen. The more they try to avoid and ignore, the stronger the lessons are gonna come. And this is just how it is for them and for most of us. If you avoid something that you must learn, that is in alignment with the laws of karma and justice, and there's no running away. You will have to face them. You will have to learn. You will have to, and that will be in your highest good. That is not because life hates you. That is not because you're being punished. That is because you're here to not stay stagnant. You're here to grow. You're here to learn. You're here to go through these lessons for your highest good. So if this message resonates and you would like to learn more, you can find the link in the description of this video to get your personal email tarot reading. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.